I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Miss W.T. Peoples with Save Our Society. Let's mend America. Our quest does not concern politics and never will. It is about what we all have in common and suggestions on ideas to mend. Thank you. Now food for thought.
Good day, folks. W.T. Peoples with more information concerning enforcement of the Freedom of Information Act and the ability of the average citizen to enforce this statute. Upon becoming the victim of several felonious crimes and being unable to receive law enforcement services, records were continuously requested in efforts to find the cause for the neglect of law enforcement. The lawful request for records was not only in violation of the law, the requests did not even receive a response. We have found that, although the requests were submitted to various department supervisors, the requests were relayed to County Attorney Carl Roop to respond to. County Attorney Roop is currently in violation of the law and has refused to respond to requests made to Raleigh County Sheriff's Department, Raleigh County Prosecutor's Office, Raleigh County Commission, and Raleigh County Clerk's Office. It is alarming that the majority of information requested was information on crimes that went ignored after being reported and requested by the victim of these crimes. Many requests have also been provided directly to County Attorney Roop, and he has elected to violate the law in believing that he and other county officials are above the law. Roop further refused to acknowledge that he was the person responsible to respond to information requests. Instead, he elected to offer false information concerning these records for over 2 years. There are serious problems in Raleigh County government when so many openly and arrogantly violate the law. The laws were written specifically for a means for the people to maintain transparency and accountability in their government. This is a prime example of, the laws are for me and not for thee. To add insult to injury, County Attorney Roop was recently elected to the West Virginia state government as a district representative. God help us. I would think that there should be some type of integrity committee that would frown on state representatives openly violating the law and abusing their duties to the people. Without transparency, there can be no accountability. We have filed a motion for injunctive relief with the Raleigh County Circuit Court in hopes of these records being disclosed and/or County Attorney Roop standing accountable for his lack of integrity and honor to duty. We hope to provide video of our follow-up and the action that the court takes to enforce this law. While on the telephone with County Attorney Roop, our claim was, government was created to serve the people and them handle our collective needs such as highways, law enforcement, national security, schools, etc. Roop's response was, "We will just have to agree to disagree." This is extremely alarming and illustrates that he is not qualified to work for the people, especially when he openly violates the laws that the state legislature approved over 50 years ago. It is confusing how someone can sit on a panel that establishes laws in West Virginia while openly violating current laws. We do not agree with the fact that enforcement must be done by the people and in a court of law. We are learning that an average civilian citizen is not able to enforce this law without an attorney. This law needs revision since the majority of the people do not have a bucket of money to hire attorneys just to have their rights enforced. We hope that others will assist us in revising the Freedom of Information laws so that the average citizen may address any issues without having excess funds in order to do so. The Freedom of Information laws tie directly to our Bill of Rights and is a means to prevent corruption in government. It is sad that the people receive fines for everything from parking violations to jaywalking, and our government may openly violate the laws until a citizen approaches the courts for intervention. Of course, look who manipulates, creates, and enforces the laws. In most states, violation of this law is considered as contempt and/or tampering, although officials seem to have no issue with flagrantly violating the laws. We are in the process of developing a suggested counterattack and ways to protect the people from officials refusing access to the people's records. The key word in this statute is freedom. The people have been manipulated and controlled by our government until most have become complacent in believing that the government must be correct. No, please remember, this is a free country. It is designed to be a government for the people, by the people. Each one of you have the absolute right to information about your government. Folks, this is our nation, and we have the tools to protect one another from government oppressing our rights. It is everyone's responsibility to protect our country in demanding that our government operate in total transparency and stand accountable when wrong. Be sure to stand tall for your rights and your fellow Americans' rights. When one person's rights are violated, everyone's rights are violated. We are our brother's keeper, and it is time we the people work together again to retain our freedom as it is intended. Please like, share, and comment, and start up conversations with others so we may speak our in numbers and show the true power of we the people.
Hello friends, J.D. Freeman. I've actually been requesting information here locally from Raleigh County for almost 4 years, actually it's over 4 years now, under the Freedom of Information Act. And I haven't got as much as a reply. I've had a verbal reply from the county attorney, Carl Roop. He didn't bother telling me for 2 years that he was the one designated to answer information requests. And the whole time he said, well, I'm trying to get it for you. I'm trying to put it together. Oh, I listened to this for 2 years. Then I'm getting ready to do a video on, he tried to have the police arrest me because I finally got fed up with it. It was right at New Year's. And I see my email message that said, F you. I'm like, F you, bitch. I said, I'm just tired of hearing it. And believe it or not, state police was at my door within 48 hours. And my complaint started with me making a felony larceny complaint over $5,000 worth of stolen merchandise. And it took them 72 days to respond, and they wouldn't have responded then if it wasn't for a lot of complaining from me. Now I'm trying to get records to see what the hell happened, because it wasn't only that felony. I was victim of 3 additional felonies. None of them I received adequate law enforcement or even any law enforcement at all. I even had complaints seem to disappear. So I think that's a big problem myself, and I need to see some records. Right now I have filed a motion in the circuit court to release the records I've asked for, and I'll let you know what happens from here. But anyway, this next clip is why I was requesting more records and had problems. It sounds like I'm the real hateful one, but keep in mind, I'm on this side of plexiglass, about half-inch plexiglass, and you have to talk loud, so you'll hear me a lot louder than them. But anyway, this is just what I'm used to in Raleigh County, and then they threatened to arrest me. Anyway, here it is, and you see what you think. And folks, we need to check up on our government. Request records, look at them. You'll be surprised what you have lawful right to. And we do need to check up on them. Anyway, thanks, and see what you think. Yes, yes, ma'am. Are you the court clerk?
No, I'm not. I'm a deputy clerk that works here.
Okay, I've got this for the court, and also I need someone to tell me. I had a court case in circuit court that I'm appealing right now. Okay, I sent dozens of motions and objections to the court clerk, right? Adrian Lilly, or Adrian Lilly.
Never heard of him.
Anyway, here it is 2 years later, and I'm just now being told, oh, this is supposed to be going to the court clerk rather than me, and now it's jeopardized my litigation altogether. And this is FOIA request under law for records at the courthouse.
You've lost me, buddy.
Oh, sorry.
You totally lost me. I have no idea
Well,
what
we
you're
have a
talking
lawful
about.
right to public records, and I'm researching the records to find out why I wasn't notified as a plaintiff in this case, and it jeopardized my case.
This is your case, 23C
Yeah.
352.
Yes, ma'am. And every message I sent her should be a public record. And ma'am, you know you have 10 days to reply to that. Hey, Susan. Raleigh County Bar. Oh, that's kind of curious. 2001. Huh.
You're filming everything you're doing right now.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm glad you informed me of that.
Yes, well, it's a constitutional right.
I'm glad you informed me.
Yes, ma'am. I thought you could see the camera, but I'm under no obligation to begin with. And like I said, the law allows, I think, 10 days to reply because it might take a little while researching the record.
Well, I can give you a copy of the docket sheet that's in this.
Well, no, specifically what I need is information on her, which is in my document.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I can give you a copy of the docket sheet. This is everything that's filed in this case.
Well, whether it's filed or not is a public document as soon as I send it to
It has
her.
to be filed in order to have a document.
Well,
It's floating out
once
there.
I send the court a document, as soon as it's received, it's considered a public document and it is a permanent record.
Okay, I understand that, but if we don't have it on file,
Then you're against,
how am I supposed to give it to you?
then it's violating the law.
How am I supposed to give it to you?
I didn't say you could. Then it's violating the law. Then who's in charge of the records? Who is in control of the court records?
We are all in charge of the court records right here in our computer.
Okay, well that's my point. If you don't, if we don't have them, somebody's in violation of the law.
Well, if we don't have them, we don't have them.
Right, well, I understand that. I understand that. But
We need to go to whoever was supposed to have given them to us.
well, no, the law says I can come into this office and give it to anyone.
But if we don't have them recorded, how are you going to get them?
Well-
I'm very confused.
Well,
sir.
then I need a written message saying we do not have these records. I need a written response.
I'll give you a copy of everything.
I need a written response saying you don't have these records.
Well, I think you'll go to the judge on that. Right here's your judge.
Hmm?
Here's your paperwork. file.
Right.
Right here's your judge.
Uh-huh.
This is a list of everything that's filed in this particular case that you gave me, that case number.
Okay. Well, can you tell me where
This is what we have.
where is Judge Dimlich's office at?
It's up on third floor.
Oh, okay.
Second,
All right.
second floor.
Well, thank you for your help, and I suggest it'll help you a lot and your coworkers. It's paragraph 29B of the West Virginia Code.
I'm not an attorney.
Well, no, it has nothing to do. It has to do with y'all's duties.
I learned by the Supreme Court what they tell me.
That's a law. A law. The Supreme Court's already approved this
Are you
law.
an attorney, sir?
Don't have to be to understand the law. This is law written for the people. The only people that can break that law are county officials, government officials. It's one of the few laws just for the people. That's why it's called the Freedom of Information Act. It guarantees us right to these records that you are supposed to keep. If you don't keep them, somebody's not doing their job.
If we don't have them, how can we keep them?
Well, I can prove that Miss Lily received these documents. That's the problem.
You need to leave. She told you have a good day. You need to go.
I'm not doing anything wrong.
You need to go.
I'm not breaking the law. I'm on public property and not doing anything wrong.
You need to go.
I'm not breaking the law. I'm not doing anything wrong.
You're interrupting
What law?
the process.
No, I'm not. I'm inquiring about records.
She told you to leave.
This is our building. It's the people's building. It is the people's building.
She's done.
I'm done too, but this is a people's building and you're out of line.
I gave you all I
What's your
had.
name and badge number?
Captain Miles, 103.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I gave you
And you ought to
everything
learn
I
to
had.
quit being such a tyrant. I'm here after legal records that I have a lawful right
Sir,
to.
if I have to come out there, you're going to go to jail
For what?
for interrupting court process.
I'm not interrupting. That's not court.